doom, doom, doom. My bad, y'all caught me. Y'all caught me, man. I was starting to get going back in the back. I'm live. My bad, Antoinette Maria.
No, that's well. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have entered into Bridging the Nations, where we bridge nations from the inside out. From the inside out, y'all. So we want to say good morning, guten tag, all of that. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to our South African, Perth, Australia, brothers and sisters. We want to say, hey, we see you in Atlanta. We see you over in Oklahoma. We wanted to just say good morning. Hey, Vaniqua. I tell you, I really enjoy me some Vaniqua. Vaniqua is on time, just like God, always on time. I guarantee you that. So we are so delighted that you have decided to take this time, this hour and a couple of minutes out of your first day of the week. It's Sunday, y'all. It's Sunday. And listen, let me tell you something. Where I am in the Midwest, it's snowing. Yeah, it is. It's snowing, y'all. It is snowing. So today is a fantastic day. Hey, Lori, today is a beautiful day. Even if it's snowing outside, it's still a good day. So we thank you this morning for taking out the time to starting out your week with us.
Yeah.
Isn't that a blessing? This is a fantastic blessing that you have decided. You said, you know what, if don't nobody else, I'm going to get this word this morning. I'm going to get this manna this morning. I'm going to get this bread this morning. And listen. Anthony going to bring y'all the bread. And I'm going to bring y'all some collard greens and some macaroni and cheese. And we're going to put it all together. And all that's going to be the meat. All that's going to be the meat together. That I know I do like to eat, but I like to eat well, right? Yeah. So listen, if you can right now, hey, Joy, if you can right now, share this video. Have every single person that you love, that you care for, because we are breaking bread this morning. We are talking about, listen, Amber Alert. Amber Alert. Where you at? I just want to know where you at. So share this video, like the video, and then next week, make sure that you hit that reminder button as well. So you'll be able to know exactly whenever we are coming on, because we're going to bridge nations from the inside out. From the inside out, y'all. So, Brother Williams, inspire Anthony. What else we getting ready to do today?
Man, we getting ready to break this bread today. I want to go ahead. My sister just gave us a beautiful intro. I want y'all to go ahead and share, like this. Hey, I always said, Antoinette Marie, I see our sisters out here, Shamika, Lady Queen I Am is out here.
I see it.
Thank you for joining us. She's off this week. You know, when you talk as much as we do, sometimes the vocal cords need a little rest. And trust me, they will let you know when they need to rest.
Yes.
So I always say, Antoinette Marie, I believe that there's a special place in heaven called the hungry section. I believe the VIP section in heaven are the hungry folks. And I love seeing people that when we pop on here, pop on right behind us, because those are the people that's truly seeking. Because I got to tell you right now, if you don't prioritize you and your own personal development and growth, nobody else is going to prioritize it for you. That's why I love to see those people hop on here. Today, when we were talking about this in the green room, today I want to set this up. We've been on a crash course with Destiny. And thank y'all for typing people in there right now. Come on, keep doing it. We want to get this thing up. We want to get this thing up to 50 people today. I think big. We want to get this thing up to 50 people. Thank you, Joy. When we were in the green room talking about setting this thing up, when you think about an Amber Alert, the Amber Alert, you all seen if you have a mobile device, SMS, text message, you've seen it maybe come across your email. When a child goes missing, they've now had this national broadcasting service they call the Amber Alert. Started in 1996 from a young lady named Amber. And when we were last week playing basketball, we had a big Amber Alert go out, and you know, it was a bunch of us doing basketball, the whole gym. All you heard, bam. Everybody's phones went off at the same time with an Amber Alert. Hey, Carrie, thank you for joining us. It went off with an Amber Alert, and it made me think about, man, like, what if God had an Amber Alert? What if God had an Anthony Alert What if, listen to your boy now. Listen to your boy. What if you're actually sitting in a seat and it's not the real you? Oh my goodness. What if God said, hey, Anthony, right now you're this age at 50, I wanted you to be here, but Anthony, you're missing where you were supposed to be. And then he sends out an Anthony alert. And the Anthony alert just says, you're not in the place where you're supposed to be at this moment in time in your life. And I'm challenging some of us to get out the Anthony alert, the Vaniqua alert, the joy alert in our own life and see, God, where am I? Oh my God, I just broke bread. Have you ever had a moment when you ask God, where am I? I remember Elijah had a moment when he was under the juniper tree and he was trying to figure out who, all he asked was, who am I? Yeah. The same guy that outran chariots was under the juniper tree trying to figure out who he was. Have you ever had a where am I moment in your life and time? Ooh, see, it doesn't mean like and humans, I'm gonna say mere humans, because y'all know we the great I am has awakened our I am, and that we are superhumans on this earth because we live by the spirit and not by the flesh. But sometimes we have these moments where our flesh dominate our spirit. And have you ever had that moment when you were sitting under the juniper tree wondering, like, God, why am I here in this moment of time? Like I've called fire from heaven, but in this moment in time right now, I feel like I've been defeated. I'm living in fear and I'm hiding. Ding, 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 ding. Everybody mobile device needs to go off because that's your Amber Alert message right there. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna set this up, Antoinette. I'm gonna set this up in here this morning. That's your Amber Alert moment in your life. And see what mere humans do, Antoinette Marie, Angelique. What mere humans do is that they have that moment. Trust me, if you haven't had that moment, you will. And when you have that moment, I need you to sync back to this Amber Alert message. When you have those moments, what's up, Mom? Those moments are not meant to be permanent moments. Listen to your boy. Come on. But what some of us do is we take that emotion from that thought of that Amber Alert in our life, that moment where I'm not really who I am and I'm not really where I'm supposed to be. And we take that one moment in time in life and we pitch a tent and we build a memorial in that moment, and we can never grow past that moment. And some of us have been stuck in that same moment for 10, 15, 20 years in that moment where we're under the juniper tree. You've been called to call fire from heaven. You've been called to outrun chariots. You've been called to change, let me say it this way, to bridge the nations, and you're sitting under the tree wondering, who am I? Why am I? And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Alert. Right now, God has dispatched angels to show you who you are. He has dispatched angels to get you from that place of where you feel not enough to the place where you're more than enough. And in those moments, we have to realize, man, I love the one I can't remember who was, when God told him, man, I saw you when you were on, I saw you, I can't remember his name. He said, I saw you. He said, God, he told God, I've been seeking for you. God said, no, I saw you when you were over there. Like you hadn't been seeking for me. I've been drawing you close. I've been seeking for you. And that's your Amber Alert. When you have those visions of what can be in your mind, Amber Alert. Yeah. When man, like, oh, I want to start this business. I know my mom is doing something now when she's giving shoes to kids. Oh, I want to start this nonprofit organization where I put shoes on the feet of kids. That's your Amber. God is trying to locate you. That is not your original thought. He is trying to locate you. Well, I want to start this business where I want to feed thousands of people. I'm gonna call it the fish and loaves. But that's your Amber Alert moment. He's trying to locate. Light bulbs should be going off in your mind. He's trying to locate me. He's looking for you right now. I would have been looking for Antoinette Marie said it last week. We ain't chasing after him. We ain't chasing after him. He's trying to locate you. This is your Amber Alert moment. I have to find the real me. I have to allow the great I am to awaken my I am so I can move in that direction where I'm called and where I'm supposed to be. Dun, 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 dun. Your cell phone is going off. This is your Amber Alert moment. Antoinette Marie, speak.
Listen, this, I tell you, I'm so grateful to have a brother like Anthony on Bridging the Nations. Listen, he just set this up, and I'm just listen. A lot of times, you know, I used to hear this. I heard somebody say, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Now, I know it's a song, but I don't know the song, but I can hear the lyrics in the back of like the beat in the back of my head. Listen, God has blown the whistle on some of us. He has blown the whistle. He said it's time out for the craziness. It's time out for you just to sitting and just being mediocre and just being, oh, it's okay if I never have nothing. Oh, God didn't ever tell me that I'm supposed to have wealth. What God didn't tell you that you're supposed to have wealth? Where you get that at? Where you get that from? Show me a scripture. You're not going to be able to show no scripture on that, because God throughout the Bible, that's all he talks about is wealth and peace and prosperity and abundance. So today we speaking about the Amber Alert, and with that Amber Alert, we're blowing the whistle on some of y'all. Some of y'all have already said, even before 2020, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up this business. I'm going to start the nonprofit. I'm going to do a big chop. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Where is it? Where is it? It's time for you to listen and to hear the Amber Alert. God is calling your name. Beloved, you're not waiting on him. You're not waiting on him. I wait for you. No, you're not. You're not waiting on God. God says he is always here. He's already present. He's looking for you. You're not looking for him. And when I say he's looking for you, I'm talking about the relationship. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the relationship, not just saying your prayers when you eat. Some people don't even say that no more because people act like they're too embarrassed to say prayers when they out in public. Say your prayers. You don't know what these people in the back done did to your food. Y'all better say some praise. You better give some grace, right? You better be thankful, right? And so now you hit this point where God is saying, listen, and God has always said this. He said, listen, I am looking and seeking for the relationship. The same relationship I had with you before I placed you on this planet called Earth. I was already speaking to you. We were already in communion, having relationship, had a covenant. You have a covenant because the great I am created you. So never. I know we hear stuff where people say, well, I'm just waiting on God to work it out. God said, I done already worked it out. You know how he worked it out? He created you. That's how he worked it out, is that he created you. He designed you. And sometimes when you're sitting by yourself, you'll hear this small little voice that will say, Keith, where you at, Keith? Keith, you should do this. Keith, what about this? Lori, what about this? Shamika, what about this? And that voice, when it's the voice of God. But a lot of times what we do is we'll put it off. You know how we can do? We can just, I don't want to do that no more. God says, listen, I need and desire this in this atmosphere, this earth realm. So if you don't do it, guess what God will do? God will instruct somebody else to do it. And let me tell you the reason why. Because he desires it on this earth planet. So see, let me tell you something. See, God has never, no place in the Bible where God like lazy people. God, he's just like, God's like, listen, I've told you what to do. How many times in the Bible we could talk about the individuals that got the money. He said, listen, I gave you this amount. I gave you this amount. Gave all of them the same amount. And you were so lazy, you didn't even want to go and invest it. Listen, we got to put, I heard somebody say, you got to put the metal to the pedal. We got work to do, y'all. We got work to do. And so this Sunday morning, we are issuing an Amber Alert. Where you at?
Oh, sis.
Where you at? Where's that business at? Where is the nonprofit at? Where? Do you know how many nonprofits closed last year? You know how many nonprofits are closing this year? So if 20,000 nonprofits closed between last year and this year, Why haven't you started it? Because sometimes, see, let me tell you how God will do. God always is intentional about everything that he creates, everything that he implants, the thoughts, even in your mind, right? So if 20,000 closed down, isn't that an opportunity for you to open up? Isn't it an opportunity? Or do we say, oh man, such and such, they just closed their church down, such and such just closed their nonprofit, such and such just do that. There's room, space for them type of people, but we're not talking to those type of people here on Bridging the Nations. We're talking to the hungry. We're talking to the ones that say, listen, I cannot fail. I can learn lessons, but I'm not getting ready to fail, right? And so today we are asking for you to hear the Amber Alert. Hear it. And let me say this too. When I was reading about Amber Alert, so Anthony already told you that the Amber Alert actually initiated in 1996, right? But here's the beautiful thing about an Amber Alert. It's not issued for all people. Listen, it's only issued out, right? It's for the most serious cases in a situation for child abduction, right? Right? Only the serious cases. So today, this morning, this is a serious occasion. And we're calling y'all to the front line. No more sitting in the back. I remember when I used to do training, I used to watch for the individuals that would sit in the front. I want to see who's sitting in the front. I want to see who got their pen and their piece of paper and they note-taking book. I want to see who's doing that. I love y'all, but listen, I'm not paying attention to people who sit in the back. Leadership will cost you something.
Come on, sis. Ooh.
Leadership is going to cost you something. You're going to stand out of the crowd. See, a lot of times what we want all the stuff. We want the recognition. We want the accolades. But God says this morning, Amber Alert, where you at? I know you see it. I know you want it. Where you at? That's the lesson. So leadership is going to cost you something, right? The head always is going to get attacked first, men of God. The head is going to get attacked first. Leadership will cost you something, right? And I just want to say this. I'm going to give y'all a PSA. Listen, take it back. We've wasted too much time. We've wasted too much time trying to rationalize why we're not where we are. We've wasted too much time trying to, come up with another model. The model has already been planted. The model is here, right? And so now I want to just say, listen, if y'all didn't like Amber Alert, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. I know some of y'all dancing to it right now. Blow the whistle. Attention, attention. Listen, it's time. It is so time. So, when in our next round, we're going to talk about like how many times we just go around in circles. We're just going around in circles. We're going to stop going around in circles, right? Because some of y'all got a headache. Some of y'all got a headache from going around at the circle in circles in circles. And now it's time for you to step outside of that rotation. Step outside of that rotation and say, listen, just like God said listen, I can't find one. Can God find one leader? Can God find one tribe that has decided, listen, we're going to do this thing. All the lessons that we learn, we're going to learn them. If we fall, then we fall forward and we pick ourselves back up.
Come on.
Right? That's what we're going to do. We need some true leaders. I say, listen, I'm blowing the Amber Alert on the leadership. Where are the true leaders? Where are the true leaders that said, listen, this is not the by and by. We are raising and developing. How about that? Where are the individual leaders that want to develop other human beings? I say call it human capital. Where are the other leaders? Or are we, I'm getting excited. Let me calm down. Or are we still in this space and time where it's like my four and no more? Oh, I got something. Okay, but well, I don't know how you're going to get it. Well, you know, I'm not going to tell you how I got it. Share the information. Where are y'all coding information that you know can help develop somebody else? So today I'm calling an Amber Alert on leaders. Where are you? Where are you? And just like William would say, I'm calling foul. That foul. Well, I'm trying foul. That's like in basketball. Nope. Don't do no trying. Do it. And if you need help, we say this every single day. Every single week we're on here. Listen, William come on 2 or 3 times a week. Ask for help. Ask for help. That's all you have to do. So today, I say, I don't know what this is about Keith. So today I say to you, Keith, I'm blowing the whistle on you today, sir. Leadership. Today, I'm saying, just like you just said, Keith, you got to take it back, sir. You have to take it back. No more can we sit back complacent and say, oh, well, I'm doing well now. I got my STEMI. Everything's great. I can just, live life now. I'm waiting for the city, the country to be opened up. Listen, we need leaders. God is looking for leaders. He's looking for motivators. He's looking for individuals that can inspire. He's looking for mentors. He's looking for coaches. That's what, and I will say, because I'm not scared. God is looking for pastors. God is looking for ministers that can say, listen, that's what happened here. But God has said, I am doing a new thing. I can guarantee you, people are not ministering and pastoring in the same way. If you go back to your church, if you're already going back and your pastor pastoring the exact same way, there's a problem. There is a problem. It's not about just the preaching. It's not just about the speaking. It's about how do I help other human beings develop? How do I help them develop? So then this is true discipleship. So then as they develop and they have the strength and they are men of standard and women of virtue, then they can reproduce of their kind. Come on, in this room today. See, we can't produce of our like kind because we ain't got nothing in us. Oh yeah, we Amber Alerting today. We are today because there is a time, and that time I truly, truly believe it's now, that it's time for us to arise. It's time for us to say, listen, I did this. It was okay. I did this. I did it and I didn't like it. So now what am I going to do? You are the greatest asset that God has. We are the greatest asset that God has. You are what you do every single day. You are God's glory. Don't you think God want to be like, listen, look at my daughter. Look at my son. Don't you think God gets glory from what he has created and designed and that they do well? He said, yeah, that's me. I think that I really truly think God brag. He like, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's mine right there. That's my son. That's my daughter. That's all of that. So today, attention. Amber Alert. Where are you? Where are you?
You said some good stuff, sis. You said some good stuff. And as you were talking, all I could hear underneath what you were saying is, what's the value of your life? What is the value of your life? Unless a seed is sown, it cannot multiply. What is the value of your life? Unless the seed goes down and the seed is broken, it will not multiply. How many of us have been running from the brokenness that it takes to manifest much fruit? And we love doing everything under the umbrella of God, and God is this, and God is that, and God is this. Well, God is only glorified when you bear much fruit. God is not glorified by just what you say out your, oh, I'm giving all the glory. God is not glorified just out of what you say out your mouth. God is glorified when people look at your life and say, man, that joker look like they spend time with the great I am. Because every resource, everything they need, they have they have at their disposal. They have access to it. God is glorified that we bear much fruit. So many of us have the wrong relationship. I'm about to break bread. We have this mere human to God deity relationship, and we don't have this deity to deity relationship. That's a different type of thing right there. And we think I can sit here and I go to church to sit on my same pew for 40, 50 years, and we think that brings God glory. Nope, that just means makes you self-righteous, that you believe that because you do the same thing out of your own habits, what you habitually do brings God glory. Is wrong. God is giving glory when you bear much fruit, when you're out there multiplied. When one seed goes down and when one apple seed goes down and it brings forth an apple tree. And so many of us are too busy holding our seed in my hand. Like we said, we're doing an Amber Alert for leadership. We're holding the seed in our hand because I just want to hold on to this one. I can't lose this one. But at the same time, while you don't want to lose that one, you're losing a whole apple orchard that one seed is supposed to reproduce. Amber Alert. Wake up. Hey, Angelique just said it. God is not glorified in mediocrity, in a little old bitty life that is occupied by a mere man. And believe you me, this is not to make you feel bad about where you are right now, feel insecure, or for you to go into condemnation. This is not for that. This is not meant for that purpose. The purpose of this whole conversation is that you wake up, is that you allow your I am to be awakened by the great I am. Right now, I'm reading the book Grit by Angela Duckworth. I got it right. The power and passions of perseverance. The power and passion of perseverance. It's so many of us. See, I'm telling us, we have. Let me bring this back. We have this relationship with the great I am, human to deity, and we react and we behave in a manner that reflects that relationship. See, they ain't teaching y'all this in the pews, are they? Nope. They ain't teaching y'all this in the pews, are they? I know they ain't. You ain't getting this from your Wednesday night Bible study, are you? No, I know you ain't. They ain't teaching this stuff right here, because right now we just a little bit above fifth rag. You know what I mean? I'm struggling, straining, and trying to make my way home, and all that crazy stuff. I'm telling you, we showing you how to interact with deity from a place of deity. I'm about to break bread right now. You've been sitting down begging and asking God for everything in your life, and God said, "No, it's in you." Angelique said it one night on my Motivation Monday. I'll never forget it. She said, "Give it to the God in you." You sitting here asking about the problem, and the solution's on the inside of you. That's God on the inside of you. Give it to the God in you. I don't have to pass anything off to a God in the sky. I give it to the big God in me. Why am I running? Why am I high Amber Alert under the juniper tree when God lives in and through me? Is there anything too hard for my God? I'm telling you how to operate from deity to deity. Is there anything too hard for my God? That answer would be no. So then, is there anything too hard from you? Is there anything too hard for you? Why are you sitting on the sideline and you got the big God living in and through you? See, they ain't telling you about your deity, because we think I got to go up to an altar to get prayer. I got to go find Benny Hinn. I got to go find Creflo, Bishop Jakes in order to get what I need. I'm telling you, the same God they serve lives and operates in and through you. Why are you running? I don't need no other man. Oh, this gonna sound so big-headed right here. This gonna sound so big-headed right here. They gonna say, "Aunt, you so arrogant right here." I don't need another man to lay hands on me in order to get what my God has for me. I gotta break bread. I don't need no man to lay hands on me with no oil in order for me to have my healing. Why? Because my healing is manifested from the inside out. It's manifested from the inside out. When the moment we start becoming whom the Son set free is truly free indeed. The moment we start living from deity to deity is the moment you truly become free, because I have direct access to the great I am. I need not go through a confession booth in order to be forgiven for whatever I did in my life. I'm telling you, this gonna sound so bad, but I'm telling you the truth right here. I need not be submerged in water in order for me to live through the Spirit and the Spirit to live through me. I'm about to break bread. I need to be submerged with my deity. I need him to be submerged within me. And all this symbolic stuff, we put more weight on the symbolic than we do on the real. And that's why so many of us right now, we got all the stem, we got all the checks, and we were out there. First thing we did, we went to the mall. We got some name brand clothes, got some name brand this. We went and got the name brand that. Why? Because we are interacting in this world. Some of us should have took that money and put it on my business. Some of us should have took that and developed our marketing campaign for our business. Some of us should have took that money and started our nonprofit organization. Some of us should have took that money and went out and fed the homeless. But no, we got that money. The moment we got that money, it was gone. 1 week when we got it, we went and got that money. We went and bought all the things I said I wanted. We went and ate in all the big restaurants. And you know what was not glorified? You prioritize every other thing in your life except you should have signed up for that seminar. You should have took the person that owned the daycare down the street that's thriving out to lunch because you want a daycare. All those moments in time, we just squandered. I don't know how much it was. We just squandered all of that cheese, and we gave none of it to our own. Yeah, we Amber Alert. Amber Alert. You got 3,000, 4,000, I don't know how much it was, however much it was, you got that money and you were found out. Shmeeks, I put mine in the market. Good. And I got a friend that say every time you put money in the market, my baby's got to make babies. And he put his money in the market and said, man, I sent my babies to make babies. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the gap in your life from where you are to where you want to be has nothing to do with anything external. It's not the banks, it's not my mama, it's not my cousin, it's not all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the great I am is awakening your I am. It's up to you to answer the call. It's not up to Antoinette Marie. It's not up to Lady Queen I am. It's not up to the motivational teacher to the masses. It's not up to my wife to answer my call. It's not up to my son for me to live vicariously through my son to answer the call. It's up to me to say, hey, here am I. Here am I. Here am I. You've been looking for me for years. You've been asking me to start this for years. Here am I. Yeah. What must I do to be saved? Antoinette Marie, speak.
Listen, I know that we have some theologians out here today, so we would be digress if we did not give you a scripture. So let's go to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, the 10th verse. Yes, let the people say amen and amen. So let me just read it for y'all. It says, he found him in a desert, in the howling wasteland of a wilderness. He kept listen, this is God now. Listen, he kept circling around him. God took care of you. He continued to circle around you. He protected you and saw you as the apple of his eye. I know y'all needed that scripture. So listen, if God is doing these great and wonderful things for you, why are we so scared? Why are we so scared? We have fear over faith probably 75% of the time. We are not scared. There's no reason for you to have fear, to not start the business, to not develop yourself. Take some time to develop your own self-care, personal development, professional development. Take that time, because this is what I do know, is that God will continue to circle around you. All that means is that he's here. He is your helpmeet, right? He's already helping you, but he's saying, Amber Alert, PSA, where you at? That's what God is saying to you. That's what God, the great I am, has been saying to you, right? So here's my question to you. What have you allowed? What thing, what person, what it have you allowed to abduct your dreams?
Ooh.
What is it? What have you allowed to sit and just all of a sudden you knew? Like some of us, I'm looking out of a window right now. So some of us, we have great things that God has planted in our minds, in our spirits. What has allowed for those dreams, those visions to be abducted? Who did it? What did it? Who did it? So today I want you to examine that question. And I want you to say and speak to yourself, your humanness, You are speaking out of your mouth and singing it to your spirit. Everybody, if you are alive on this planet, I don't care, good, bad, you have a spirit within you. Okay? So you go back and you speak. You get in that sacred place. You get in that sacred place. And you speak to that hurt. You speak to that abandonment. You speak to that disappointment. You speak to that divorce. You speak to that molestation. You speak to the whatever it is. They talked about you. They said you couldn't speak. You stuttered. They didn't like you. You was dark skinned. You was light skinned. Whatever it is, you speak to that thing and you take it back. You don't need permission to take your life back. You don't need anybody to give you an amen for you to take your life back. You don't need nobody to pray over you and take your life back. God has already given that to you. He has said in his word that he will give you life and that more abundantly. No man had to tell you that. The great I am has told you that. And listen, we are not here to push down, to be renegades on churches or on ministries, so on and so forth. Listen, that is not even our mantle. That's not what we do, right? I could never do that. I have a master's degree in theology. I could never and would never do that. What I am saying to you is this: study for yourself. Stop getting drunk on somebody else's hoopla while you at the church house, and then you come back home and you acting vicious towards your own children. Stop it. You cannot go to a house and act, everything is great. Everything is beautiful. I love you, man of God. Oh, I love you, First Lady. Oh, I love you, and you do the little hug. And then all of a sudden you get in the car and you cussing at your husband. You are out of alignment. You are out of line. And then you want to come back and you say, oh, I'm a leader. No, ma'am. No, sir. You are not. Take care of your own household first. See, that's the part that people don't teach you. They teach you, okay, come here, do this, serve, volunteer, so on and so forth. But yet your children are sitting home alone. I'm telling you what I went through. I can speak on this, right? Because ain't nobody gonna check me today. You're not getting ready to check me on this. I'm telling you what I know. While you ministering, you doing this, you carrying Bibles, you carrying purses, you doing bubbly water, you doing all this. Got handkerchiefs, got cloths, and your children are at home struggling. You are out of alignment. I was out of alignment. So today, we're doing the Amber Alert. What in your life have you cast to the side? What is it? What is it that you have abandoned in your life? Because you said, listen, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I feel incomplete. I was on the wrong side of the track. I don't even know if people even say that old stuff anymore. I just don't feel like my pedigree, my folks can listen. I'm from Alabama. You can't hardly get no more countryer than Alabama. Roll Tide, we love it. But listen, stop making the excuses. No more excuses. No more saying, oh my God, I just don't know. Right? And I love what William said. He said, what's the value of your life? What is the value of your life? Hey, Henry, what's the value of your life? God is always glorified when you reproduce you. Now, you got to be careful what you reproduce it. You think your children are not listening to you talking crazy to your wife? They're listening. You think your children are not listening to you when you're talking ugly and you demasculating your husband because you got a little job that's making six figures? Baby, let me tell you, they listening. And the same exact way you talk to your son, your wife, the same exact way you talk to your husband, what you think your children gonna do? Listen, we are not going from level to a level, and we are abandoning our call to action. We're not going to abandon our children, right? Here's an Amber Alert. Stop abandoning your children because you got a STEMI check and you out here trying to go to the Louis Vuitton store. Sit down. I love y'all. I really do. So it comes to a point where you have to say, and you have to realize, and once you realize that you are out of alignment, with what God has said, then you have to come and get back into alignment, because God is a great God. You're a good, good father. That's who you are. He's a great, great, awesome, magnificent God. But he gets glory when we reproduce greatness, when we reproduce wealth, when we reproduce joy. That's when God gets the glory. No, I know some of y'all got offended. I know you did, because my spirit told me. Y'all got offended when Sir Anthony talked about the baptism, right? So let me tell y'all, don't get offended by that. And this is what I'm going to say to you. If you go back, y'all know John the Baptist baptized Jesus, right? Okay. The baptism really represents the outward sign that you are on this earth planet a follower of Christ. That's really what the baptism is. That's what the baptism really is. It's an outwardly sign. It's an outwardly sign. And for the most part, I know y'all ain't gonna like me, but I'm gonna tell you. For the most part, it's really, honestly, what we've done now. It's like with certain religions, that's like if you got baptized, now there's thunder coming through your breast. Now you are it's the rite of passage. Listen, I would rather, and I truly believe God would rather, I say do both. If you want to get, I done got baptized twice, so I ain't telling you not to. But what I am saying is this: know why you're doing it. Know why you're doing it, right? Know why. And here's the other thing. Why are we getting baptized and we ain't got no relationship with God? Why? You wade in the water. Wade in the water. Listen, know your relationship with God is real. Know your relationship with God is real first, right? And I know a lot of times you say, "Oh, you know, I'm saved," and so I don't. That's fine. You can put that word on it. I understand it, but I would rather that you understand your relationship with Most High, your relationship with God, the great I am, prior to any of that other stuff, right? Because you can't have a relationship with God. Okay, you go out and you make this representation of this is who I am, and then 2 days later you out and you doing unrighteous stuff. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, and no, sir. So we want you to put more weight on you and your relationship with God, not more weight on what people see you do naturally, right? Yeah. Because when you do things that are great on the inside or internally, those things will manifest externally, right? That's why we say here on Bridging the Nations, we are bridging nations from the inside out, right? And so I know, and we love you. Here on Bridging the Nations, we love you. But one of the things that we will do is we will tell you the truth. Yeah. We want to see you develop. We want to see you grow. We want to see you have that true relationship with God, that you don't have to, every time you get in trouble, you got to get on the phone and call somebody. No, beloved. No. Every time something don't work out your way, you got to call somebody. Listen, I love individuals that believe that they have been called to be pastors and shepherds of ministries. Beautiful. I think that's fantastic. I think it's great. I think it's needed. At this moment, where what God is doing now, you're going to have to be a different type of pastor for the people that God is drawing to you. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to be a different type of pastor for this particular moment, for this season, because there are individuals that are coming in, they're watching places like Bridging the Nations, and they saying, hold on now, hold on. You're going to have to not just be about preaching the word. It's about the relationship. If you got to develop you a cell group, then develop you a cell group. That's where small individuals that come together in people's homes or wherever, and they come together. And then, might have to have a cell group, right? Come together. and encourage one another and read the word, right? You may have to do that. But listen, I'm going to say this, as I said before, God is sounding the Amber Alert for leaders, for true leaders, not just leaders because you have doctor behind your name, not just a leader. You're not a leader because you have Rev, R-E-V, in front of your name. That doesn't make you a leader. A leader sets an example. A leader says, listen, I'm not perfect, but when I know that I've done something that is not like God, it's not glorifying him, it's not reproducing something great and magnificent, then I go back and I ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness is saying, I am sorry, and I change my ways. And I change. It ain't just about, oh, I'm sorry, and then 2 days later, you're doing the same thing. So we are sounding the call for everybody.
Let me chime in on this a little bit. You said something that was really strong, and you know what? Like part of leadership is that sometimes you might offend some people when you're telling them the truth out of love.
Yes.
And my point, the point I'm making is that we as humans, mere humans, spend so much time dressing up the inside that we put more value on the outside than what we do on the inside. And people that are kingdom, I like somebody just put 6:33, first seek ye the kingdom.
Yes.
Where is the kingdom? The kingdom is not external. First seek ye the God ways of doing things and being right is not external. First seek ye the kingdom. It has everything to do with internal. And I was saying that we would go and we'll get a stimulus or more additional funds. And the first thing we do, we go dress up externally. Like we don't go buy Angela Duckworth's book, Grit, or we don't go buy John Maxwell, 15 Valuable Laws of Growth, or we don't go buy something or we go to this seminar, something that's going to build us from the inside out, or we don't go get, Max Lucado, whoever it is that you like, you listen, or TD Jakes is coming out with a new book right now. Don't drop the mic. We don't go get those types that build us from the inside out. We go and we buy new shoes, new clothes, and we go and we want to get this new ride. We go and we do everything. I go to the restaurant and I eat this big elaborate meal, and we do all this stuff externally, and all that stuff is going to fade away. Once the food is gone, it's gone. Once the clothes wear out, they gone. Or most of us wear the clothes once or twice a year now anyway. We wear it for social media and we put them back up because I got pictures on social media with that. I can't wear it again. Most of us, and it's so superficial and it's so temporary, and we put all our resources in that, and the things that God gave us for free, we neglect. But that's the thing, our brain, our minds came for free. That was a gift from the great I Am. He said, man, I've made you in my image and my likeness. Go forth and conquer. And most humans use less than 10% of their magnificent brain. Less than 10%. The thing that God gave us, we don't even develop it. He gave us our heart. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How many of us spend time developing our heart? Because my thought patterns about my life and the results of my life have manifested from my heart. How many of us spent money when we got our STEMI on our heart? Oh, I just broke bread right there. Where your treasure is, there where your heart be also. Let me bring it back. See, y'all, we know a little scripture on here too. Where your treasure is, there was your heart be also. And all God just did was locate our heart. We got that $6,000, $5,000. He located our heart. I don't know how much it was. Was that too much? Well, he located our heart. And now we found out that my heart is still, what's the word I'm looking for? People, my heart is still on these external things. My heart is still superficial. My heart is still longing for what's the word I'm looking for? It's still longing for people to want to prop me up based on what I have on the outside. And our whole theme and our model is saying you grow from the inside out. If you begin to grow from the inside, don't worry about the outside. That's seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you. See, most of us trying to add these things before I get the righteousness, before I get the kingdom. I want the things, but I don't want your kingdom. And see, that's out of line. That's why you can have a bunch of stuff and your marriage be suck. Or you can have a bunch of things and you don't even have time to go spend the money because you're working so hard. That's why you can have all the things and your kids be completely out of line because, like Antoinette Marie said, you're giving yourself to the thing and you're not giving yourself to the kingdom. In order to have it all flowing together nicely, you got to first seek ye the kingdom and let these things be added unto you. We've been going out of order. And out of order ultimately leads to disappointment, and it leads to us not being successful, and it leads to sadness. And God is saying, if you came through the awakened I am, you can get all those things. And see, my friend, I told you all this. I'm gonna give his name. No, I'm gonna give names. Vince Ford. Vince Ford. I graduated college. I had a little money, went overseas, made a little money playing basketball. I wanted to buy a Navigator. And my homeboy said, Aunt, you can buy a Navigator, the big Lincoln Navigator back then. You can buy a Navigator, but can you have a Navigator?
Oh.
I could go down there and drive that Navigator off the lot. I could truly buy it, but would I have it? The answer would be no, because now I'm a slave to the lender. I would not have a Navigator. I would be making payments on it for 6 years to have a Navigator, but I could have got it, but it wasn't out of season. I would not have a Navigator. And my challenge to some of us is, we see that we can have these things, but do you have those things, or do those things really have you? Or are you looking for some validation? Are you looking for validation because of the things you have? See, listen, the awakened I am says, I'm not looking for the validation of a man from the outside, because if I build the inside, all these things will be added unto me. We got to start working on the inside and not worry about the things on the outside. If you get the things on the outside before you get it on the inside, it's just dead. It's just dead. I got a Mercedes-Benz, $100,000. I'm paying, $3,000 a month on it, and I'm only bringing in disposable income $5,000. I'm parking my Mercedes-Benz at an apartment, and I got to roll the windows down because I can't afford to put gas in it to run the air conditioner. I'm pulling up at the stop sign. I'm turning it off because I don't have money to put in my car. I'm breaking bread today. You have a Mercedes-Benz. You got a Mercedes-Benz, but do you have a Mercedes-Benz? And most of us are living our life in that way, that we'll put more value on the rituals, than we are on the true substance of what it is. Antoinette Marie, speak.
Yes, there you go. That's it right there. Just what William just said. A lot of times we put more value on the external than we doing anything with the internal. And I want to say, if that scenario that William spoke about, if that's you, you don't have no Mercedes. That Mercedes got you. That Mercedes is pulling on you $3,000 a month for even if it's $1,000 a month. Listen, come on now. Come on. You're trying to get from point A to point B. I'll just tell you, listen, you can go get you a Subaru and do the same exact thing. $100,000 mile warranty.
Yeah.
That's just how,
Yeah. With a $400 a month car payment.
With $400. That's all I'm saying. And listen, Subaru, if you out there and you listening, we do need a sponsor. So we done put your name out there. So hit us up somewhere. Right? Yep. So here is this thing as we get ready to finish up today. We are here, and our greatest goal is to help you see where you must develop, right? Our goal is to see that you are able, you have the potential to tap into your own being and stop waiting for somebody else to do it. You don't have to wait for somebody else to show you exactly what you are supposed to do. Do people need mentors? Absolutely. I think having mentorship is fabulous. Do people need coaches? Some people do. Do people need life strategists? Some people do. But I would say this, many people really will go externally and try to look for those types of individuals before they go internally with themselves. Because many times people don't want to get quiet. People don't want to just lean back a little bit and listen and get a piece of paper and take down notes for themselves as God Most High is saying certain things to you. Without a vision, people, you're going to perish. We're not talking about, going to hell. That's not what we're talking about. You will perish if you don't have a vision. If you don't have something that you're looking forward to do every single day. Your children are looking for you to have that vision. Your wife is looking for you, man of God, to have that vision. And if you are not married and you are unwed or single, as people say, you still need to have a vision. We're sounding the Amber Alert today. I know there are people that want to, they just say, listen, I'm great, I'm good, I'm content. I don't need anything else. My life is great. I think that's beautiful. But in spite of all of that greatness, is there somebody that you can see that you could help? Is there somebody, and let me say this, stop looking for people to ask you to help them. You know, if you see somebody that is going through what you have already gone through and you have come out, just say, can I help you for a second? Can just try to develop a relationship with that person, right? Try to develop a relationship with that person, because every lesson that you have gone through, it wasn't just for you. It's now for you to help, to develop, to come alongside of somebody else. It's the multiplication, y'all. It's the duplication. It really is for us to reproduce. So today, leaders, we're sounding the alarm. We're sounding the Amber Alert. We're saying that today. And so that next year, as we said before, what has caused you to abandon your dreams? Who has abducted your mission in life? And if you can't do anything else, can you just be kind to people? Can we just be kind to people? You see somebody in the grocery store, you got a whole bag grocery, 2 carts full of grocery, and you see somebody with a handheld buggy or whatever it's called cart. Can you just let them go first? Listen, it's going to be okay. Can we just show some kindness to people? So for some people, it's the leadership. For some people, it's whatever they're going to be doing this year, their dreams, their missions, their visions. And to some people, we're serving the Amber Alert today, just say, can you be nice? Can you just be kind to people, other human beings? Because listen, they were created in God, just like you. Just like you. And my last thing, I just want to say, since you're talking about STEMI checks and all this type of stuff, I have said before on my Wednesdays, last time we speak, please, 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 make sure that you have an emergency fund. Sometimes you got to just have some just common sense, that you can't go out there and spend your money on clothes, like Anthony said, clothes, and you eating steak and lobster, and you doing milk bombs and all this crazy stuff. You better have you an emergency fund. I know what it looked like right now, y'all. I know what it looked like. Everything is nice. Everything is opening up. And, you know, people got this. People are traveling. But here's what I do sense. You better have something in your emergency fund. Be wise, man and woman of God, and know that God will not be mocked. Listen, we just got to recognize what's happening. This is a different system. This is a different system that we're on, right? So could you just do that? And if you can't even have 9 to 12 months of an emergency fund, start off with 3. Can you start off with 3? Listen, one of the things we said, we're so glad that y'all here with us on Sunday, because a lot of places ain't gonna tell you that type of stuff. See, a lot of times people want to preach you and hype you up. I want to preach you, hype you up. We're not preaching you to hype you up. We're just speaking. So we speak about the humanity, the regular everyday things like money and wealth. And then we also speak about the God that's in you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we do. Listen, and I know some of y'all have asked, and I know we've gotten this more than once. When we gonna open up our church? Right here. That's where we at right now. We right here. If that's what you need, right here. You can come on every single Sunday at 8:00 a.m. Central. What time is it, William? Eastern. You on mute.
9 EST.
9 Eastern and 6:00 Pacific time, right? me the greatness about social media is that if you miss it, we don't want you to miss it. But if you miss it, you can go right to either William Inspires, Antoinette Marie Speaks, or Lady Queen I Am. And you can go to those pages and you can do hashtag replay and you can get it. You can get it.
And I'll say this, for some people been hashtag replaying 2, 3, and 4 or 5 times. And I challenge everybody. Like the good thing with social media is that you have a lot out there. The problem with social media is not everything is true. And so I challenge people, once you found something that fits where you are in your life, stick with it. Like, don't miss that, because you can be 15 different places and have 15 different people you listen to. But when you find somebody that's speaking your truth in the way that you understand it, don't miss that, because that's something that's identifying with your awakened I am. Then if that is awakening your I am, then you need to spend more time with that place and not 15 other places, because everything that you hear affects you in some way.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Every single thing. And you have to be very careful about the mantle that's over your life. You got to be, see, this is the reason. Now, see, we weren't going to go here, but we done, but we not finished. That's why you'll hear a lot of times where leaders or pastors or ministers of churches, they will always say to you, you have to be very careful. We're saying it for this reason. We're saying it because just what William just said. You want to have that consistency, right? Before we come on here, and our process is we think about and we pray about and we ask God, what is it that the people need? So when we're asking, what is it that we sense? What is it that, what's on our heart? Like Anthony will always say, what's on our heart, or what's on your heart? So you want to have individuals that are studying the word. Not just all of a sudden we coming in, we rushing in like a whirlwind just to get on here, just for us to be on here. That's not what we do. We take this very serious because we really, truly believe that people are benefiting from this. And if it ever gets a time where God says for us to transition, then we will transition. But for right now, this is what God is telling us to do, and this is how he's telling us to do it. And we will submit right to that. We will submit to that. So we want to say thank you, Angelique. Miss Pat said, I have just got fed this morning. The bread was real today. Confirmation, but God. Thank you, Pat. We thank you for joining us on today. Beniqua said, God bless this amazing gift he has to y'all and for sharing. You are very welcome. Very welcome, Beniqua. We appreciate you being consistent and being on here every single week. We appreciate you. I appreciate you, Joy. We appreciate you, Mr. Keith. Sheila, I see you on here. Lori, I see you on here. I tell you, William always say, where are the hungry? These are the hungry. And let me say this to you. We would love to have more eyes. We call them eyes. Hey, Shamika. Hey, Henry. We would love to have more eyes, but this is what we say. Listen, we're going to still keep going. If we got 2 eyes, we're going to still be on here. Whatever God says a thing, whatever he decrees a thing, this is what we do. I see Keith. Keith says, yes, y'all always bring it in. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate you being on here on this beautiful Sunday morning. You woke up with your mind stayed on the things that you know that your mind should be stayed upon. And so, William, you got anything else? Or
no, that's it. Phenomenal show. Thank you all for chiming in. Like, we're here and we feed from your energy. So if you're not here, then that throws the energy off. So we'd love to have you here because your voice, your comments, they matter to us. And so you all make the difference. And we appreciate you all spending 1 hour of your day with us. And I promise you, we'll always have fresh bread.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This ain't no discounted, and you didn't even bring us no coupon. We don't do coupon type of manner. So we want to say until next time, thank you for joining us. You have been with Bridging the Nations. We will see you again next week, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. We'll talk to you later.